Hello everybody, Illuminator Fortune here, with another wild, wacky deck, probably my last one for this set, one of two, basically, because I took such a long break, but Emerald Amethyst, this was a wacky one. I was experimenting with some cards I'd never played before, Megara and Zeus, and I was playing at the set champ with like a pretty competitive one, same place where I won with Brooms last time I made the video. I was like, I'll just play for fun. I don't know if this deck will do any good. I'm playing Yzma, and I ended up winning. It wasn't the most competitive it had ever been. I feel like a lot of people were experimenting, but there were still some pretty big meta decks that I managed to defeat. So I'm gonna break down the deck like I did last time. And sorry, I'm a little sick. Hopefully that won't be an issue. All right, so just like last time, our general goal is kind of similar. We want cards in the discard, but instead of it being in the discard, we just want our hand to be empty. We don't actually care what's in there. We just want our hand to be empty, which I've said like 12 times now. So we play cards like Meg. Meg is the only one. We kind of just go wide. Ink the higher cost cards if you can, and then you want to play a Yzma or a Clarabelle at the right time, where you have an opening where you're like, oh, if I play Yzma on this turn, by the next turn my hand can be empty, so I can use her to draw 3 cards. Uh, it's pretty nice. And holding cards. Sometimes you don't want your hand to be empty. Like if you're playing in certain matchups, you want Go-Go really bad. You're like, oh, they're about to have 5 damage on their character. Hold the Go-Go. Save it for a game-winning play. And same with Clarabelle. Sometimes it can feel good to play the 1-drop early, but on turn 6, you could play the 1-drop and shift immediately if you need to draw cards. So just, don't play everything just because you can. Ruby Dex is pretty easy, just like before. We just pressure the early game a bit more than my Mufasa deck. We just want to quest out. Like, Meg is really hard to deal with. These big characters where they have to spend a lot of cards to deal with early can slow them down, so when they actually get to be prepared, or whatever removal they're using, it's less effective. Yzma early is pretty good if you can, because really they only have Medusa to take it out. So if you can dump your hand pretty quick and use a Yzma, you'll probably be good. And then at the end of the game, punish the fact that they just emptied their board. Play Clarabelle, draw up to what they have. There's not a lot they could do to take out Clarabelle. You can play Goat just to gain lore, Rose to gain lore, whatever you need to just get through that final stretch. Genie counters. Genie's still an issue, but we don't have as many options as in the last deck. We don't have Pascal, but with Go-Go and Genie, same thing. Just play Crab. Crab Genie's always great, or Cricky instead of the Queen. Just ways to up your strength. You could also, put it on the Cove. Then like Elsa and Genie can't kill your Genie, and you can kind of swing back. But still, I think the best way is taking damage that is from another character and put it on the Genie. Like if you attack with Genie into theirs and then move 2 damage from your Genie to their Genie, then now you have a full health Genie and they have a dead one. So it's pretty simple. Amber Seal, still such an annoying deck. I'm assuming it's pretty brutal in set champs. I mean, I didn't see a ton, but every single time there was one, it made top cut. Let's talk about Daisy at first. We got like Broom is probably the best opener. Broom or Clarabelle, they're the same thing. I probably should have put Clarabelle here because there's more of it in the deck, but the 1/2s is the dream. You just play with Crab. Crab could take out them right away. You can also play Bonsai. Bonsai's a little riskier if they play Cinderella. You kind of don't want to risk it dying to Storm, but Bonsai on the Cove can take out Daisy as well. With Cinderella, I really like Followers. Is just probably the best option. Yeah, they can shoot it, but it's your only 1-drop that can actually kill the Cinderella. And just putting stuff on the Cove, like if you play a Broom and the next turn move it to the Cove, it could take out Cinderella. So just mess with the math, and people always forget. Robin Hood, not as common, but there are other like big bodies, and they all have kind of the same answers. Uh, any of these, so like Meg and Zeus, are great. If you put them with Crab, they can take out Robin Hood, and same with Belle. Like they attack the Robin Hood. You move the damage to Robin Hood, take it out. Zeus can sometimes just one-shot the Robin Hood if there's a strong enough character on board, but it's pretty rare for like I don't know, Ruby Steel. They have a Maui or something. The matchup win cards you want to see. The Ruby Amethyst, we really want to see Merfolk early. They don't really have a good way to get rid of it except like Brawl, but that's not a good way. You've already gotten 4 lore, and that's they spent their whole turn to kill a 1-drop. The Goat, obviously, 4 strength is so strong, and you can take out Sisu's, Medusas, Tremaines, everything you need. Pretty much every character they play that isn't evasive, and just gains 2 lore guaranteed. Meg is also great. Meg is pretty much good in every matchup. As you can see, she's everywhere. Just big body. It trades with Fox and Snake and Rabbit, Goat, everything. So you can get value off of Bell. And Clarabelle, yet again, 5 strength. They can't kill it with their strength removal, so they pretty much need to be prepared. And since Ruby Amethyst draws so many cards, Clarabelle's always drawing off of them. Amber Steel, we want the Meg. Duh, big body. Same with Zeus is the same reason. Like, unless they use a long game Zeus on Zeus, they pretty much can't kill him. Cove is great. Just take your little guys and use them to challenge. There's one game I played against RA, and they had a Turtle Box followers, and I had a Merfolk, and I put it on the Cove so that they couldn't attack my Merfolk without trading, and they ended up doing it. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 since they had to discard. Bell's also just great against Steel Song. All their characters have like 3 strength, so if you get 3 damage, you can move it and pretty much one-shot everything. I keep hyper aggro on the list. The whole deck's pretty much good against hyper aggro. It doesn't really matter. But saving Bells can be nice. Cricky can be good if you have like Curse Merfolk. Cove is the same thing. Meg is just strong early. It's kind of like you just want the stronger 3-drops. Emerald Steel, not super common. Go-Go's pretty good just because it's an evasive that can kill Diablo. Same with Genie. That's why they're both here. Meg is just big body, and it also helps you discard yourself so that before they get like Prince John out, you can not have as many cards for them to pick apart. And Yzma's also great for that because even if your hand's empty, she kind of acts as if you had 3 cards in your hand. Sorry. The Merfolk in Emerald Amethyst is also great. Yet again, they don't have like any removal, so they pretty much always discard. Genie, just there's a lot of evasives in that color, in that matchup. Like just so like Elsa, Go-Go, Genie, Clarabelle, also great. There's not a lot of ways for them to remove it, and they draw a bunch of cards, so you're gonna get value. And Cove is like, since it's the mirror, the Cove can just help you take out characters that normally would trade, but they don't trade if they're on the Cove. Ruby Sapphire, you pretty much just want to go aggro. Clarabelle's also great here because they draw so many cards. Clarabelle could be good for destroying items if they play like Quill, or if they get a dime out, you could save this and take it out. Or just snatch a popsicle away from Hiram. And Go-Go, save Go-Go for those Maui Sharks and those Hirams who can rack up a bunch of damage, and they could just kind of win in one turn. Alright, so I wanted to show just a few games against Amber Steel because that's like the menace right now and probably the worst matchup. But I want to show that it is possible. So we're on the draw, and that's not great. We're going to keep this Zeus, keep this Crab, pop the rest. Better 1-drops, that's for sure. I think we are. I'm going to play the Merfolk as bait. If they shoot it, I don't mind that much. I'm going to lose a 1-drop anyway. They didn't shoot it. It means I actually get the quest with the Merfolk. Oh my gosh. I'm getting Kazoos. Just play both of these. I really like, against Steel Song, playing 2 1-drops on 2 is pretty nice because, I mean, they don't really play swords, so they don't have a way to deal with that. And discard a Calhoun. That's crazy. Not really sure what the best play is here. I think we're inking Zeus, playing Zeus. I think Piglet's just gonna trade here, and I'm gonna pass. I don't care too much about the Cindy, unless they play three characters, but they have two in hand, so not too worried. Okay, that is a problem. That's actually kind of rough. Uh, I don't think I need the Yzma. I can't trade super well, so we're gonna have to do this. And we'll challenge Pluto. We'll copy Lawrence's strength, so we deal 4. And I'm gonna play this Bonsai. And just, he's probably gonna attack with Lawrence, which does suck. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, hopefully they don't have Rapunzel, right? That's the dream. Actually, no, we'll just, why risk it? We'll move 1 damage to Lawrence, and then we could challenge Lawrence with Bonsai. The bell really helps with the steel cards that don't want damage. The mine is pretty annoying though, because they could just take out the Bonsai. Yeah, I mean, that's not a great trade for them, but it works. So we could play the crab here. Take out the mine. A little behind, but like, I have the better board state. Same amount of cards though. Pete, good thing we have 0 actions in the deck. This duck, this duck, this deck does feel pretty good with the lack of actions, like lack of things for Pete or Daisy to get good value off of, because every time they use Daisy, it's a 57 and 60 chance to actually hit, which is great. That's irritating. Stupid Pete. Play the Clarabelle. I could. No, I think I want the body. Because I could crab. Yeah, I could trade crab into Pete and give +3 to Meg, but I think I'd rather keep the crab. Sacrifice them getting 1 lore. What do they have in hand? Alright. Now we can start questing. Because they've probably got songs. I'm assuming they have songs in hand, like strength. That's so weird. I wish there was a better way to test sometimes. But I promise this deck works. I added Wendy. This deck originally had Lilo, but the AI always uses Lilo, so I just swapped it out. Wendy's low-key better, so that's fine. There's no bouncing in the deck, so Goat doesn't have any value after he's on board. Which is kind of a good feeling, because every time I play Amethyst decks with Fox and Snake, I like think too much about when I'm gonna bounce stuff, or like, oh, am I gonna get one of them? And I just never do. We totally win here, but you know, go out in style. All right, so on this second game, there in the tournament I played 2 weekends ago. I was playing this deck, and I played against an Amber Steel, and I never found Cove at all 3 of the games. Like, I was on the play. I could have won. He had all these great draws, all these great plays. I never found the Cove. I was very mad because I could have won if I just had a Cove. But it was just like, I mean, the second game, he played Rapunzel, or he like sang Storm on himself to play Rapunzel. And then he did it again the next turn. I was like, okay, he's drawing a good amount of cards by shooting himself in the foot. I don't like that. But I can't really do anything about it. And then He plays Doc after he runs out of cards. I was like, okay, that's rough too. And then he ends up playing another Doc. Like, what? How many? He drew so many cards. And somehow, in all those times he Rapunzeled, he said he'd never found a Doc. So, like, he ended up top decking it later. What is that? I'm just yapping. I don't know. I finally have the thing I've been dreaming of. Alright, we can discard Zeus. He's gonna take out the bonsai. I feel like he does. Happy takes out bonsai. No. What? I mean, one lore, you know. Let's play Yzma. I'll take out Wendy. We're actually gonna ink. We're gonna move here just so Smee can't kill this Meg. Keep our Meg safe, guys. Alright, now we quest out in 3 turns, so that's pretty good. Ugh. I don't like that. Might as well. Let's move the Yzma. I don't know if I challenge. I probably have to, right? Who are we sacrificing? Take 1. Dang, I could have quested for 3. 6 or 6. 3 sets of 2. Alright, but we're in a pretty good spot now. I don't really need to use a Yzma ability, I don't think. Maybe I should, yeah, I probably should. Just to have 3 cards. We'll just quest. We gotta get out of this game as fast as possible. I could play this followers. I don't know if we quest out next turn. Probably not now. Well, no. If I had go-go still. I didn't find it. Let's see. Maybe we can get go-go. I have a lot of ways to draw. No go-go. Okay, that was a waste. Play Creaky. You could take it out there. Alright, we totally win next turn though. So it's just like the deck's pretty much get the big stuff out. They can't kill it. Play Belle because she's crazy. Yzma's nice. I don't know, this deck's just really fun. Like I really like fun decks, like if there's some weird mechanic but it actually ends up working. That's my favorite. That's all I'm going to show on the deck today. Tons of fun. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know because I don't know if this is perfected. I know people said swap Zeus for Fox, but I hate that because I was playing Amethyst without Fox and Snake and I felt very good about myself. Even though I still have Merlin, Crab and Goat, and Genie, so it's only like half cool. But no, I really like this deck, and going 8-0 definitely felt amazing. So, if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, because I do plan on uploading more, and liking if you actually like this video, because I need to know if this format is good or not, or if I should just quit. Thank you.